So why should we be concerned about these refugees coming into the country and what they are bringing with them? Let's talk about what we are seeing in Europe with the cases of rape and sexual assault that's now happening in America. This is what's happening now in America. Cases of rape and sexual assault reported already in 6 states where refugees have been resettled: Massachusetts, Idaho, Virginia, Utah, California, North Dakota, and Minnesota. They have no respect for women, children, or our American values. Welcome to the new American citizens we are importing. They are bringing with them diseases that were once eradicated in the United States or under control. Cases of highly infectious bacterial diseases like tuberculosis, which is now mushrooming all over the United States. Colorado has 16 cases. Ohio, 11 cases. Vermont, 35 cases. Wisconsin, 117 cases. And by the way, these cases, a lot of them are active tuberculosis, and it's drug resistance, which means it costs us, the taxpayer, $185,000 per patient to be treated, and it takes them 6 to 8 months to be treated. Meanwhile, they're walking around infecting everybody else. Florida has 11 cases. Idaho, 7 cases, Indiana 4 cases, Kentucky 9 cases, and North Dakota 4 cases. Refugee resettlement is not about humanitarianism, but it's about supplying cheap labor. Industries looking to boost their bottom line that drive most refugee resettlement in the United States today. It is food processing, meat packing, manufacturing, and the hotel industry that have discovered that they can enjoy the cheap labor at the expense of the U.S. taxpayer and at the expense of cultural and societal upheaval that communities are experiencing today. Here's what I mean by that. Most refugees are on some type of welfare, and that makes anyone who employs them, any company that employs them, eligible for the federal work opportunity tax credit. An employer has a greater incentive to hire a refugee because the salary is subsidized by the government than hiring a good-hearted working American who is looking for a job. This is what's driving the refugee problem. A refugee's salary is subsidized by the U.S. taxpayer, while an average American job is not. It's not that Americans do not want to work, these cheap jobs. It's not that it's beneath them to work these jobs. It's because the companies are not giving them those jobs because they're giving them to cheap refugees, paid for by the same American who used to pay his taxes to the Treasury Department while he had a job. And now the regular Americans going to the back of the line, paying for the salaries of the refugees we are importing to this country, who hate America, do not share our values, and a lot of them actually are working against our own country.